match real quick. We are going to, I think it is Hareta sitting down on the loser's side versus, yeah, so that's why you're seeing that Yankees hat on the top of your screen.
Gotcha, gotcha. No Mets. It's not about the Mets, it's about the Yankees. And we have our Chicago's own ATATA, one of the many Nesses in Chicago's arsenal, and this top 8's arsenal.
Going into small battlefield here for game number 1. Rob versus Ness. We're going to see some more Rob on the winner's side later, but it's going to be Hareta opening up the serve in loser's top 8.
Diving right into those forward airs, and now we kind of got just a standstill game.
Yeah, feeling things out to start off with game number 1.
Right. I feel like the way these round 1 start is always a toss-up, and it definitely dictates how the pacing of the set continues to roll out.
ATATA now trying to start off a ledge trap that's going to knock Hareta across the stage, allows him to get control of that top and then take the stage control for himself.
Yes. Making use of that top.
Oh, what a scout!
He just read that. Out of nowhere, the up smash coming out from Hareta, taking this first stock here in loser's top 8.
He threw the top across small battlefield and then just waited and waited and waited.
He let it rip, and then he let the up smash rip. ATATA fighting back with his tried and true forward air. ATATA very well known for this ambiguous movement of his. Very bait and punishy, if I do say so.
Yes, that's the idea that Ness is going to go for, with just using that. Ambiguous is the perfect word, really. Just the way that he drifts with that slow aerial movement.
Yeah, and the side magnet.
It takes people off guard. And yes, be reversing things like the PK Fire and the side magnet.
It breaks your ankles. It breaks my ankles. I can't even read what he's going to do sometimes. But yeah, now they're just playing a little zoning game. No one wants to commit the first action. Committing the first action does result in pain sometimes, as we do know, but he does pay the commitment with that PK Fire and get a little bit of advantage coming off of it.
But Hareta sneaking by somehow right past the shield of ATATA, and then he just starts the ledge trap on the right side and extends the dare below the ledge.
That was beautiful from ATATA. That's actually very mechanically hard to input sometimes with Ness, and he made it look effortless.
Oh yeah, ATATA's movement is it looks so much easier when you're watching it on the screen than it is to actually input yourself. And that just comes with the 10+ years that he's been playing this character in competitive play.
Absolutely. Finds his way in with a nair. And see, Hareta's trying to, he's getting a little more observant with these spares. Not getting hit by all of them, and the down smash going to take us to last stock here in game 1.
And that lingering top set up the whole thing with the down smash, right?
Yeah.
There was no other way for ATATA to, like, if he teched in place, he gets hit by the top, and then it's a confirm. So he's going to tech backwards, and where else are you going to go? Into a down smash.
Definitely. Rob, notoriously one of those characters that knowledge check you so hard at a certain level.
Right.
But once you knowledge check and they start to know the outs to your B&Bs, you got to find other ways.
Second time's the charm. Yes, it is. ATATA clutching out with 2 up airs in a row.
Yeah.
Nowhere to run for Hareta here.
I mean, landing's already hard against Ness, but when you're as big and heavy as Rob, it makes landing even a little harder. ATATA looking good, though.
And that's a part of why small battlefield was a relevant strike situation. Because if you're on battlefield, there's a chance that you can fast fall and get into the shield position to avoid those up airs, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So what was the stage is Pokemon Stadium now?
Yeah, ATATA's showing some, a little bit of mastery in this matchup.
Well, there are a lot of Robs in Chicago these days, too.
Yeah.
So.
Even with Veery in Florida, we have a few friends hanging in here still. But yeah, we're going to take this next one to Pokemon Stadium. Match starting just as it was. ATATA swinging first. Hareta combating him and equalizing this percentage.
And now positioning himself at the ledge, going high, missing the fair, but gets the nair instead. And now the high snake-like recovery gets caught, though. That's exactly what ATATA wanted.
ATATA is a menace when he has you off stage, especially when you're Rob.
Okay, he does not want you to ever touch the ground. Look at him go. A couple of fairs in a row. Even the drag down up air almost was something fancy, but Hareta gets out of that spot.
Yeah, the way he snuck those down tilts in there made that like look literally impossible to maneuver out of. But Hareta runs in, gets his grab, resets this position.
And you know, ATATA's aerials last so long, he just has so much time to grab the top.
Wow, he tried fighting that F smash. He tested Fate, and Fate passed the judgment on him. Or Hareta passed the judgment on him. You don't see the F smash from Rob much, too, so
yeah,
good stock from
it's
Hareta.
definitely not the strongest smash attack from Rob, but it still is relevant.
Absolutely.
It gets the job done, but you know what else is going to get the job done? The tried and true back air.
Yeah, that back air. Silent but deadly.
You know, you could argue that that back air from Ness is like Ness's 4th best aerial, right?
Yeah.
Because all of them are good.
You can argue that he almost kicks as hard as Zelda. Almost. Let's not get carried away now.
Get carried away for Zelda, you mean, right? Because
Yes.
Zelda's there, almost as good as that.
Almost as good. ATATA cleanly takes this game too. He seems to have an understanding of Hareta's play. How can Hareta adjust and adapt to make this a longer set?
He needs more time.
Yeah.
That's kind of the trap you fall into versus a Ness of ATATA's caliber. ATATA is so good at just keeping the tempo so high that you just don't have time to set up. And a lot of these players, not to get too far into the old school versus new school argument, because you know we've been commenting this game for how long now, right?
Right.
So we've been around the block. But ATATA is the veteran. Hareta is the newbie when it comes to Chicago Smash. And Rob wants to set up that top gameplay, wants to set up like a wall that keeps out a player like Ness. But Ness, the way ATATA specifically plays, he's just always in your face, and you have to come up with an answer to the mix-ups instantly. And if your reaction time is too slow, you fall victim to a spike.
Absolutely. And yeah, ATATA just has such a mastery over edge guarding specifically too, and I think that's the part of this matchup that Hareta has to feel his way into just a bit more. Oh my gosh, the deadly yo-yo on shield.
Oh, but he finds the fair barely over it.
He finds his one opening, the very few blind spots that down smash yo-yo has. ATATA fishing for another one. Not quite on the mark though.
And now this is Hareta's option to start some offense in this game, but oh no, he falls victim to the back air. It just sneaks out at the last second.
Floats like a butterfly, stings like a Ness, and he finds that back air.
It's so sneaky.
Yeah, it is. He floats. His aerial presence is just so quiet. Oh my gosh, tries to extend that combo a little further with the magnet. Doesn't quite get it, but these fares, oh my gosh. I love just seeing those raw back airs out of a string to equalize the stock.
That back air does not float like a butterfly.
No,
I will. That's the difference between the two,
That's
right?
the freight train.
It's a big old back air. However, here's Ness's answer, and now trying to start things up with like a PK Thunder Trail. Not really going for a hard commit there.
Yeah.
Wanted to leave the option open to potentially turn around to Thunder 2.
Right. And the knockback from it seems very RNG sometimes, but you can manipulate the RNG to where like you can at least react with some of your aerials if it's close enough. But another back air.
Yeah, you're not going to trade with that.
Yeah,
with your butterfly back air.
There is
no
nothing
chance.
confirmed about that. That is just reading your soul and reading your mobile option, your aerial option. And the yo-yo to bring us home to the last stock.
Trading beautifully there, or at least pressuring the shield, right? Because if you drop your shield for just 1 second, or even if you hold it for too long, you get poked by the bottom half of the yo-yo and it confirms to the top half.
Yeah, he'll find that opening and he'll capitalize. An unsafe fair on the shield doesn't take too much for it because he was at ledge. He could drift over.
Real sneaky stuff from ATATA here to get back onto the stage and somehow getting behind that top. Able to put out the forward air that lingers so long to keep him in stage control. Yeah, this is the most conservative ATATA play you see, where it's like he's jabbing on a platform, he's just putting out a forward air to wall, not going for too far of a confirm, just trying to like magnet the laser when he can, right?
Yeah.
He just wants the stage, and he wants it no matter what.
He knows in these last stock situations, you don't want to take more than you can get, you know? You got to do the bare minimum to survive and both get back on stage in a position that you'd prefer. Oh, but he's going to find that PK Fire, and that's actually going to be really fatal for Hareta.
Third one, that will get it done. Third time's the charm for the champ. ATATA takes it 3-0 over Hareta, moving on in losers.
Another day in the office, another day in the Rob matchup. ATATA finds his stride, and I think he's going to look pretty good moving into these next games here in top 8.
Yeah, I would describe that as clinical, right?
Well, yeah.
He just understood how Rob wanted to recover, understood how Rob wanted to get out of these ledge traps, and sealed the deal. Nothing really too fancy, no like super Twitch clip combos, just taking it easy, getting the job done.
I think we do have to talk about, though, there is a chance he has to fight his doubles partner in crime, his Ness brother himself,